If you're still trying to grow your channel like people did in 2020, your channel is not going to grow. The algorithm and more importantly, viewer behavior has changed. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to scale your channel, even if you have 0 subscribers currently. Now, I've built and scaled my main channel, Ben Talks Talent, from 0 to around 60,000 subscribers. And now I'm starting a brand new channel from scratch, and I'm teaching you how to grow using the current strategies and not outdated ones. Okay, so first things first, forget the algorithm and focus on human behavior. Now, the algorithm doesn't push out on your video based on update schedule like it used to. Now, everything YouTube does is centered around viewer behavior. What percentage of people who are shown your video click on it? When people start watching your video, how long do they watch that video? What percentage of the video do they consume? And when they watch your video, what is their session time? Meaning, how long do they stay on the app? How long do they watch YouTube? These are all things that are way more important than some algorithm, and it's all based on human behavior. Now, when it comes to session time, which is one of the most important things that YouTube tracks, you need to focus on topic depth, not topic variety. So for example, making 5 very different videos. How to do this, how to be good at that, a day in the life. Those are 3 different videos, and there's no depth there. When you're building or scaling a channel, it is much better to focus on one thing and make several videos about that. That way, your content is shown to the type of viewer who is looking to consume those types of videos. And they show them multiple of your videos. And if your videos are good, and if you do a good job talking about the topic, they're not just gonna watch one, they're gonna watch multiple. And that is going to help you get exposed to more people, a broader audience, because of the session time. The thing about YouTube is it's always learning from the content you put out. So depth trains YouTube on the type of audience that needs to see your content. And the more effective YouTube is at actually finding the people who wanna watch your videos, the more effectively your videos will get dispersed to them and the faster you will grow. In 2025 and 2026, one of the things that you just absolutely can't ignore are the shorts. Okay, most people who start on YouTube are interested in doing long form content, and I get that. I love long form content, and I have a ton of long form content on my main channel, Ben Talks Talent. But you cannot ignore shorts, especially if you are a new channel. If you're a new channel, shorts can rapidly accelerate your growth. If you find yourself with a popular video on the shorts feed, that can skyrocket your views and your subscribers immediately. Now, the beautiful thing is you don't have to focus on one or the other. They both work in concert. You can use shorts to find your way to an audience, help you get discovered, and then you can keep them with your long form content. Using both of these strategies together is how you're going to accelerate your growth. Today's viewers, they crave connection over perfection. I've said this before in different videos, but one of the biggest issues is if people are so focused on perfection, it actually keeps them from producing content. And more specifically, if it keeps you from being authentic with your audience, that's a huge problem. Like at the end of the day, you don't need a cinematic transition. What you need is clarity in the points you are making. And you need to create emotion for your viewer. You are solving a problem. You are helping them. You are being authentic. These things create connection. At the end of the day, audiences just do not care that much about the cinematography and the polish that you put into your videos. They care way more about the points, the pacing, and the authenticity. Okay, the next thing that I want you to do is incredibly important. I want you to treat the first 10 seconds of your video like it is life or death. Why do I say that? Here's the reality. When you're scrolling YouTube on your TV, for example, and you're hovering over videos, they start playing, right? And it's gonna start playing like the first 10, 15, 20 seconds of your video. And that right there is often the point in which people decide, do I wanna watch this or do I not? So if you spend that first 10 seconds saying, hi, my name is Ben, and I really like blah, 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 right? That's not gonna get it done. But if you start with a statement that is bold, that is engaging, that elicits curiosity, you are much more likely to have a person sit there and go, yeah, I need to click on this video. Like if you say, in 2025, small YouTubers are failing because they're making 3 key mistakes. In today's video, I'm gonna tell you what those are. That is compelling. You wanna make sure that you're doing everything you can to focus on that. You spend way too much time creating a video. You spend time writing out the script, creating the thumbnail, thinking about the title, And if you mail it in and you mess up that first 10 seconds of that video, everything you did could be for naught. Watch time and click-through rate equals growth engine. This is really important, and I want you to think about this and become obsessed with these two numbers. 8% click-through rate. So if 100 people see your video, 8 of them are clicking on it, and 60% watch time. When your video, you're gonna make a video, if it's 10 minutes long, what you really wanna focus on is people are watching 6 minutes. It's okay if they don't watch that last 4. But if on average people watch 6 minutes and there's an 8% click-through rate, your channel is going to grow, and it is going to grow fast. Become obsessed with those numbers. Every time you create a thumbnail, look at the click-through rate. What was the percentage? Was it 2%? Was it 12%? What did you do differently between those 2% and 12% thumbnails? And it's not just the thumbnail, it's the combination of thumbnail and title. Those two things need to be compelling. They need to elicit emotion, curiosity, fear, enthusiasm, excitement. If you do not get that from those two things, it's going to be a problem. And another big thing that you need to focus on with click-through rate is how does your thumbnail stack up with the other thumbnails in your niche? The video you are making is probably not the only video in the world that exists on that topic. So if you pull up YouTube and you search the title of your video and you look at the other videos that come up, how does your thumbnail look compared to those thumbnails? Is it better? Is it worse? Is it more compelling? Once you focus on that, you can get that click-through number up above 8%. And if you could focus on your content and get your content to be above 60% retention, that's going to be huge. Now, the next thing you need to do is you need to avoid mistakes, because mistakes will kill your channel faster than anything else. And it's why I made this video here. This video here is mistakes that small YouTubers make that keep their channel from growing. So I am done here, but I will see you over there.